All right, tonight we will be talking about Florida to consider legislation aimed at the fatherhood crisis. All right, well, this article came out February 15th, 2002. I mean, 2022. And basically, this article is stating that the Florida legislature will consider legislation that would tackle the fatherhood crisis in the state. That's interesting. Fatherhood crisis. Well, this bill, which provides funding for various initiatives such as financial assistance to struggling fathers and mentorship programs for at-risk boys, and it has drawn support from former NFL player Jack Brewster. Wow, that's not bad. So basically, that's financial assistance for, I guess, fathers, single fathers, and they're trying to prevent their sons or daughters from being at risk. Okay, so this is kind of like a government aid program, kind of like a welfare program, pretty much. All right, let's dig deep into this. Okay, and they're hoping that other states around the country will follow their lead, and this is a civil American rights issue of our time. Okay, so HB 7065 provides over 70 million in funding for those programs. Okay, and they want to designate June as the Responsible Fatherhood Month. And they want to help single fathers meet their child support commitments and become self-sufficient. Okay, that's good, because child support is a very big issue in primarily minority communities. And child support is really skewed in family court towards the female's favor. So I guess this committee has been formed because a lot of men are feeling like they're not being representative correctly. And it's hard, you know? Let's not just say that women are the ones that are the primary caretakers of children. No, some of them are fathers. A lot of them are fathers. And they're basically stating that an estimated 1 out of 4 children live without a father in the United States. And the group also estimates that children with a father are 80% less likely to go to jail and twice as likely to go to college. We know that. That's true. Kids in two-parent households do well, and the mother, is only so much they can do. And I've observed that with my wife and my mother and grandparents. It's definitely a different form of parenting, and the father's role is very important in the home. And that's what needs to be shown nowadays. It needs to be shown that fatherhood is very important, because there's a negative impact on fatherlessness on children, and it's a national struggle. And hopefully this bill could combat with this legislation, Hopefully they could get this passed. This will be good. But I feel like financial assistance is basically like kicking the can down the road. Because if you have a custody battle and with single fathers, they need more time. That's really the issue. A lot of fathers are having custody battles. The financial assistance is good, but that just shows that a man is a paycheck, Let's look at fathers having time with their kids to go on vacations and parks and go to the library to study. That would have way more of an impact than financial things, because everyone knows once funding is done, the program ends. We've seen that countless times and times again, So basically, they're stating that they want to direct some state resources to ensure that fathers and father figures and mentors have the support they need to represent and be active in a child's life. Okay, I like this. This is a good program, but I'll shed my opinion. My overall opinion is that male or female, we need programs like this that go to the primary caretaker, not just fathers. Because when you say it's just fathers or mothers, that's gender bias, stating that, oh, men need this or women need this. No, let's do it to who has custody of the children, who's there feeding the child, Who's there housing, clothing, doing homework, taking a kid to school, teaching, nurturing, going to church, going to extracurricular activities, male or female? Those are the people that need financial assistance. So this fatherhood crisis in Florida, I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. Fatherhood can never be in a crisis. An active father will find a way to be there. The legal system can help you. If it's custody issues, yes, going to the family court could be detrimental, but you can make time. Just shelling out money, millions of dollars, it sounds like a money grab, That's what it sounds like. A mentorship, or I'm pretty sure there's going to be some nonprofits, but I tell the truth here. The money should be going to the primary caretakers, whether it's a woman or a father. Us as fathers, money can never solve or replace the aura, the morals, traditions, and values you can teach to a kid. You can't buy that. So this funding, it's like kicking the can down the road. Fathers need time, the wisdom to teach, to love, to nurture. A kid doesn't care about the latest sneakers or the latest bike. They'll rather you sing them a lullaby or a bedtime story, or help with homework, or teach them a sport. I promise you, that stuff is far more valuable. Teaching a kid how to box, how to self-defend, teaching them. These are the things that young men and women need. These are life skills, nurturing skills. Sometimes a talk is all you need, because a lot of these young kids are misguided. Me, I'm a former correction officer that worked with at-risk children. These programs are just money grabs. And when I worked on Rikers Island at that time, it cost $200,000. $200,000 per inmate to house them in Rikers Island. Nobody gave the kids the resources they need. They had Xboxes and video games and resource rooms, but that's not what the young kid needs. These kids need anger management. They need boxing class, basketball camps. That's what they need. They need loving, nurturing environments, because you could do all of this, but it's just a money grab. We need to bring back boot camps to teach young men and women how to be functional adults. That's what we need. At risk. I feel it's just words being thrown out. It starts in the home. And the primary caretakers need the financial assistance. And we need active mentors in the community. Bring back community centers. That's what's needed. We need that. With this money grab funding and nonprofits, we've seen this play out time and time again. And how far has it gotten us? Because a lot of minority at-risk boys and girls, they're in the legal system. Charged as juveniles for heinous crimes. We've seen this. Not even just in Florida. We've seen this all around the world. You can't put a price on fatherhood. That's the moral of the story. And under the Biden administration, nothing surprises me. This bill might get passed, but to say fatherhood, let's change the program name, because the mothers need, we know, a lot of you deadbeat fathers know. The mothers there primarily changing diapers and warming up milk and taking the kids. The fathers, a lot of them aren't there. We know this. The family court knows this. So I'm fair. If I advocate for fatherhood, I'm advocating for the one-on-one mentorship, the lovingness, the nurturing. That's what these young kids need. That's my take. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time.